my fabulous friends. I hope you're doing well. Well, you may notice a different deck. I am using the Knights Templar Tarot for this reading because Harry and Meghan are in Jordan. And I don't know, it just has a Middle East vibe to it. And it's all a pay for play. Now, I've got a bunch of pictures of them. I'm not going to post it here because I don't want the algorithm to pick it up and give them any more attention than they need. So she showed up as a wrinkled mess, absolute wrinkled mess. And Sunshine Sachs did a quick PR saying, well, at least she's not like Andrew, who took a 6-foot ironing board with him to Jordan. Like nobody believes that. Every upper end hotel that wherever Andrew was staying would have laundry facilities. I mean, there wouldn't even be an ironing board in his room. He would send it out to be pressed. I mean, the ridiculousness. So anyways, so what I've discovered, I did a bunch of research this morning, and this is a pay for play. This is actually put on by United Nations Human, something human for refugee status or something like this. Angelina Jolie used to be the spokesperson for it. They highly encourage celebrities to for their cause. And you can go right on their website. I think it's AUNH. Anyways, that's who's sponsoring the whole thing. Yes, the British ambassador greeted them. That could have been at the request of Sunshine Sachs. Everybody's getting pretty hard on the king about it. I don't know if the British ambassador has to have the king's permission, because the British ambassador works for the United Kingdom government. Maybe it would have been a courtesy call. Your son is going to be here. I'll greet him. But apparently this is a pay for play. This is also exposing James Holt. There's pictures of him there. So now I'm wondering if James Holt is now moved to London to help smooth over Harry coming back into the royal family. So this is what I know so far. The human, what's it called? United Nations Human Refugee Council or something like that. Angelina Jolie used to be the spokesperson for them and would fly all over the world and, you know, pretend she cares. And now they need a new spokesperson. And in the meantime, since Angelina Jolie is no longer their celebrity face, right on their website, they welcome any important person to bring attention to their charity. So obviously, Sunshine Sachs got on that. They would know about things like that. And they got Harry and Meghan to do this quasi-royal tour. Meghan looks like a mess. They actually, on the mirror, they call her the Duchess of Wrinkles or something. I thought, well, her pants match her face. Again, with the white hands and bronzed face. Very fake looking. But what was really interesting, I know I'm talking a lot here, but I want to set the stage. What was really interesting is the body language between those two. And there's big rumors that there was a massive fight on the plane. And also there's a picture of them by Getty Images, so it's not AI, of them clearly arguing. And I'm surprised how many of the ugly photos of Meghan that Getty Images are putting out, and the Telegraph paper, actually, there's one hideous one of her, the way she's kicking a ball. Honestly, she looks like, you know, she came just off, you know, a big drug bender or something. She looks just awful, terrible pose and wrinkled clothes. Like she looks like she just rolled out of bed out of a 2-day hangover. And they published it. And then, of course, quickly, the Daily Mail, there was an article about, well, at least she's not like Andrew, who had to bring his own 6-foot ironing board. I cannot see Andrew bringing his own 6-foot ironing board. And I honestly can't. He would not be ironing in his room. Like, please, people, use your head. All his clothes would have been pressed by his people that he brought with him, or he'd send them out the hotel, call down to room service and say, come and press my clothes. Like, please, Andrew brings his own ironing board. Anyways, let's find out. So, the energy around this pay to play, they were not invited by the Jordan government. This was they say they were invited by who? By the World Health Organization, and which is, but the pictures actually have the United Nations, and they went to some kind of United Nations meeting or whatever, and Meghan looks absolutely bored out of her mind. She's practicing her claw writing, and Harry looks just right out of it. You know, sure, there's jet lag, but he would rather be getting his wisdom teeth pulled. I'm telling you that right now. All right, let's pick up the energy around this Jordan faux tour. What does the king know? So we're looking for the emperor. What do, you know, who's paying for this? Is there any, who's the protection? We're looking for the King of Wands to see if the king's actually paying for their protection. I'd like to point out the royal family in Jordan is not meeting with them, and actually is making it very clear they are not meeting with them. I think the royal family in Jordan is clearly team Catherine and William, but let's find out the energy around the pay-per-play faux tour of Harry and Meghan. Were they fighting? Is the king aware? What's going on? Two of Swords in reverse. They had no choice. They had no choice. This is part of their whole PR stunt. Absolutely had no choice. They had to do this no matter how much they're fighting or how much it's fake at this point. They had no choice. This was set up for them, and they're just showing up. 5 of Wands, they are fighting like hell, guys. They are fighting and arguing. I'm going to say that Harry absolutely had no choice. No choice whatsoever. We need to fix Bran Sussex. The Hanged Man. Yeah, you better believe it. Harry was not on board with this at all. He is actually being made to do this. But who's making him? Is it the PR firm, or is it the king wanting to? 6 of Wands. So this is them. It's looking like it's a successful tour. I would even say this is Meghan's energy saying, see, I can make your son do anything I want. Even if he doesn't want to, I can definitely make him do anything. Oh, look at that. The clock agrees. Queen of Cups in reverse. Now, lately, and I don't know why, what energies have changed. Maybe it's perhaps since I saw that Meghan is a Cancerian rising sign, and we have to remember Diana was a Cancer. I'm going to say that this is for Meghan to be like Diana. I think they're trying to show us that Meghan can be like Diana. But the thing is Diana was genuine. Diana was authentic. There's not like Meghan doesn't even have real teeth. There's nothing authentic about her. There's nothing authentic about her skin color. There's nothing authentic about her hair. There's nothing authentic about her teeth. There's nothing authentic about her nose. There's nothing authentic about her body. Like, there's nothing authentic or real about her. And I think here we have the Queen of Cups in reverse. And look, she's even wearing white. And Meghan was wearing white like Diana, except she had pants on and Diana was wearing a skirt. I think this is Meghan. They're trying to make Meghan look to be like like Diana. They really are. And this is Megan's dream. Like Megan's got a great big Woody overlooking like being like Diana and doing things like Diana did. Like they went to a hospital like Diana did. And um I don't know what they were thinking about getting Megan to kick a ball like Catherine does. Like Catherine, like it's so crazy because you put the pictures side by side, and Catherine is nothing but grace and beauty, even kicking a soccer ball or a football ball, um, in sweats and a sports t-shirt, and next to Megan. I mean, it's astounding. Like the differences is you can't even put it into words how ridiculous Megan looked. Temperance. Yeah, I'm gonna say they were fighting on the flight, and then they agreed once they got there. Once they walked through that door, look at here she is walking through that door, symbolic, symbolic, symbolically, even like walking out that airplane door. So here we have a door too, walking out, and the fight is over. Like, except Getty did find a picture of them. Now, if you're wondering about the pictures, they all are on X. Again, it's free to join, and it really is a lot of fun if you hang out with our Megxit crew. And we post all kinds of pictures up there and all kinds of things. So if you want to join, my link is down below. I don't get any money from it. It's just then, just come and follow me, and then follow who I follow. And we're all a bunch of we have a lot great fun. And I know I said many times, stay away from it. And it's because the sugars infiltrated it. But once Elon took it over, it really has gotten a lot better. And he has cleaned up a lot of the Meghan bots. And it's fun to laugh at Meghan's anonymous accounts. Anyways, sorry to interrupt this programming. Seven of Cups in reverse. It's all a show. Oh my God. And look on the Hanged Man. Harry, I'm going to say, according to my sources, I think Harry has to be quite medicated to attend this. Yeah, I said it. I think also we're being gaslit about how close they are, what this is actually for. I think that they got the British ambassador to meet them and greet them so it looks official. Also, that might have been protocol. Harry still is a part of the royal family, and Jordan has a royal family. You just don't show up like decorum and protocol. You just don't show up and say, "Oh, I'm here. I'm the Duke." No, there has to be acknowledgement that you're on somebody else's kingdom, and that goes way back to almost the Middle Ages. That you have to be announced, and that the king knows that there's another royal on in the country. I mean, Queen Elizabeth didn't even allow her uncle back into the UK. There's protocols and whatnot. So I'm not going to really dive too deep into that. I'm not looking so far into that. That just could be protocol, that they acknowledge that he's in another kingdom. And the British ambassador is letting the Jordanian royalty know another royal member is on their soil. And that's what I think it is. The lovers in reverse on the Six of Wands. Yeah, they're fighting like hell. Oh man, oh man. Harry's like, this is not my choice. I hate this. I don't want to do this. And she's like, you have to do this for my brand. How else am I going to pay back all those vendors? 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, this is, you know, that's the royal family. That's the legacy. That's the intergenerational. Is this for them to return to become a royal? Are they trying to prove they can go be a royal and not make assholes of themselves? But it's too late. I mean, they're barely there 12 hours, and like Meghan wears $1,500 worth of clothes to go visit refugees, and she's a wrinkled mess. They're making fools of themselves. They're fighting in public. Um, Or is this, you know, the royal family walking away? Let's continue to read. Page of Wands in reverse. This is not going to go down really well. There's going to be some bad news that comes out of this, actually. I'm going to say that I wouldn't be surprised. And this is just put your tinfoil hat on, because the Jordan royal family is Team William and Catherine. I would not be surprised if they've called in a favor and said, find out some juicy gossip for us while they're there. Right? This looks like somebody who is like listening, or, right, rather than announcing. This looks like somebody who's just waiting and listening and hearing what is going on there and being very quiet. This doesn't look like somebody who's announcing anything. This looks like somebody who's waiting to hear something. And it's in reverse, so it could be a spy. It absolutely could be a spy. And wanting and getting back to the royal family. So perhaps it's maybe Harry and Meghan don't realize what they walked into. Three of Swords, betrayal. Man, something is going to crash and burn from this, guys. There is some kind of betrayal that is going on. Like I said, I wonder if they have a spy through the Jordan royal family. Right? All royal families have spies. Get over yourself if you think the British royal family doesn't. They all have spies. And they have since the Elizabeth I. That was one of the first. That's one of the things she was most paranoid about, were the spies, and she had spies looking on her cousin's spies, and that's just the way it is. And I think somebody's going to betray them and tell some secrets out of school about them. That could be the first thing that's coming out about them fighting like hell before they got off the plane. And it also could be something about Harry on his whatever drugs he's taking. I mean, I'm sure they're not illegal. He has to go to an Middle East country. I wonder if it's like, pharmaceutical grade, uppers, downers, whatever. You get whatever you want in California, allegedly. I wonder if someone's going to really spill some beans about what's really going on with Harry. Let's find out. Page of Swords. Page of Swords. Well, obviously, that's to get news back to England. Again, I think they're doing this to show that they can behave themselves. They can be quite the representatives, but they look like hell. Like, honestly, they do. Two of Cups. Yeah, they're looking like they're the be all and end all. Here's the Hierophant. This is now telling me for sure, especially with the King of Pentacles here, Ace of Cups. Oh my God, this is for sure. And then we have the Eight of Wands. Well, I'll get to that. This is for sure telling us. This is to tell the royal family, look at, I can be very kingly. The King of Pentacles is Harry as he will become, as he should become, as he ages and matures and gathers assets and decorum and whatnot. And look at the Ace of Cups, the Lamb. But for sure, this is definitely, like, look at, there's even the lion there. This is definitely supposed to be the English king. So this is for sure a message to the royal family about, see, we can get along. We want to come home. We love you guys. Here's the offer. Look at what we can do. Look at Palace. We can do everything that you want to do. But look, it's going to fall flat. Eight of Wands here in reverse. That communication is not going to come through at all. It's going to fall flat. The High Priestess, I think, look at this. I'm going to say again, there's spies reporting back. There's definitely, look at, there's a snake here. There's a snake. There's spies reporting secrets back to the royal family, to the king, or to, could be to William, but there's somebody reporting things back to the royal family. 8 of Swords in reverse, red flag. Ace of Wands in reverse, and King of Wands in reverse. Okay, Page of Cups in reverse. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't think their security is being paid by the king at all. I don't think so at all. I think that I think that they are trying to show. Honestly, I think this is all for show for the royal family, and the royal family or palace or firm or the king or William or whoever is not buying it at all. They are not fooled at all. At all. And as a matter of fact, this is a big red flag for them. Because they've got the spies there. I don't think anybody has looked at that angle. They've got the spies, and I think we're going to hear some serious bad news. 8 of Pentacles in reverse. This is absolutely not going to go their way. 2 8s, and they're both in reverse already. Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords. 7 of Pentacles in reverse. Oh my God, this is really not going to go their way. 3 of Wands, and then the Sun in reverse. Wow. Okay. I think that if anything, with this Queen of Swords here, it's going to solidify why these two are not coming back to the royal family. I honestly believe that when we see this 3 of Wands here, I think that we may hear something by spring, by April, about this. I'm going to say that if anything, this solidifies the palace's stance that Harry is not coming back. They don't like being duped like this. I'm not getting that the palace or anybody, any British taxpayer is paying for their security. I think this is all a Sunshine Sachs through the UN. The UN is probably paying for their security. I think we're going to hear something by April that they're done, or something we're going to hear by April. Perhaps they're taken off the website, or I think they've actually shot themselves in the foot. I think they've been told to stop doing these stupid tours, and I think that I think it's going to backfire bigly on them, bigly, and I think they're going to go dark. You can read into that what you want, but I can see why these cards wanted to come out and play. Everybody asked me, how come you don't use your other cards? And it's because I wanted to get back to basics. And because you get into a rote, you get into a rut, you keep reading the same card the same way. And it was just nice to get back to the foundation, to the basics. And now these cards feel fresh and new, right? All right. Thank you very much for watching. Yeah, try and find those pictures online. They're pretty funny. Like I said, I don't want to give them any algorithm fun. Take good care. See you online. Bye for now.